everybody. Smash the like button.
Yo, GM, guys, make sure that you smash that like button on your way in here. Thank you so much for joining. This is the Web3 Breakfast. I am J Chains, your host. And man, what a week we've had, huh? Holy smokes. A lot of good. Yesterday was amazing. Last night was awesome. The trading was out of control, man. I was like up and at it throughout the night. I just gotta get my trackpad really quick. I'll tell you what, Bull Run Energy, baby, it's back. Now we really haven't met some of the conditions that we had been looking for, though, which is interesting. We'll have to take a look at some of the charts, and we'll do this stuff a little bit later. This is obviously, this is the Web3 Breakfast. This is a place for us just to get together, chat, shoot the shit, do the things. So make sure you come on up to the stage and let's talk crypto. I know my guy Niels, he's throwing up hundreds. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a look. Our Shrimpin Portfolio might have gone bananas. Finally, with PITH, finally doing something. Yo, we got 47% out of PITH yesterday. Here we go. Finally got our fetch. Our fetch was our first double, our first dub up. Here we go. The Shrimpin Portfolio. Like this is why we do that shit, man. You find those big time losers and you bring them out of the trenches, man. You bring them up with you. And so look at this. Our 500. So this is a month today, right? 2 days over a month. So April 7th, we put together a portfolio, our Shrimpin Portfolio of some big time losers that were down but not out within the top 100, right? We got Render, Fetch, Graph, PITH, and JASMY. So it's official. Fetch is now, I know that it did it once. It was like 202. So it did like the first double up. But we are at 219, so we are at 119%. Actually, maybe that percent is a little bit off. But so it's 219, so we've more than doubled up on our fetch. We're getting damn near close on the JASMY, baby. Let's go. That's 194. So a couple of bucks away from a dub up. 166 on the render, so at 66% up. And then, so the graph was the number 4, and then PITH was our number 5 as far as like slow bad performers. PITH coming in at 153, edging out the graph, coming in at 149. So everything has at least 50%ed, and we are feeling good about our Shrimpin Portfolio. So I when we start going up, the Shrimpin idea, it may not be as good as what we have experienced so far, only because, the market overall was still going down. It had been going down since December. We had a little, here and there, you had some ups, to kind of maybe get a day of relief or a couple hours of relief. But if you look at the daily charts, man, those things were just a down, down, down. Well, we used to sing downtown A Street, oh, in the Range Rover, street sweeper, baby, not ready to let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa wood, let it to me now. Light it up and take a puff, pass it to me now. I think that's Nelly, if I'm not mistaken. Got a chance to, guys, come on up on stage and chat with us. Chat with me. When I was living in Austin, there was this really cool bar that was on 6th Street. It was like an open air. They had I think built like shipping containers or something like all around it. And there's this open air stage downtown 6th Street. And my cousin, my brother, me, I believe it was Whitney, our friend Sarah, Ross, a couple of us, we had gotten, it was funny, we were walking by and it was like, it was something stupid where it was like $50 a person to get into this like intimate Nelly show. But if we ended up buying a table, it was only like 150. And there was so many of us that it was like, wait a second, like it'd be like $500 for us all to get in, or we just get a $150 table with a bottle. Like, let's do that. So we did. We got this VIP service, free appetizers. We had the bottle service at our table. Got to go down. It was called Nelly Hand that night. I got about 25 high fives from Nelly because I was like the big dude right there, like kind of in the corner in the front of the stage. And he just kept going, boom, boom, boom. And we were high fiving all night. And so we were having a lot of fun. And so the next morning when we woke up, It was everybody that was staying at my house. It was just my cousin, my brother, Wit, and me at the house at that point. So when we woke up, I had put like a plastic bag over my hand, and I was just like walking around like and just like there was nothing up with it, and basically telling them that that was my Nelly hand, and they were dying laughing about that. And so I actually found a picture of it recently. I could probably try to dig that back up and post it for you if you guys want the hand in the bag back in the early 20s, the early 2020s, Nelly hand. So appreciate you guys being here. Hey, if you are watching the live stream, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, following, do all the things you got to do. If you are down in the space, I see a couple of our regular friends. Get your ass up here. This is Friday, man. This is the afternoon show is for me to talk to you guys and look at charts and to look at all that fun stuff, news and articles. This is our time to be us, just to shoot the breeze. Neil, my guy, coming on up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, sir.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. It's been a long week, but man, it's Friday.
I know. Thank
So,
goodness.
and nothing better than a Friday pump either. So hopefully we can maintain it through the weekend. Things go up, people make money, we get to actually sell at some point.
You
I
know,
don't know. I'm excited.
that has been like the thing that's plagued us the most about this entire like bull run. Really, is that we just like or at least the last several months, and like, it just keeps giving down. Like, no matter what we pump, no matter how great the markets are, like we give it back and then some, like every single time. And so, yeah, the PTSD is back. Like, y'all, I was like up trading. I ended up getting like I was up like a G in a trade. And I pulled it. I was just like, man, you know what's gonna happen. This motherfucker is just gonna dip, and it is. I'm just gonna lose it all. And then who knows? I got that PTSD again. That like the shit's just gonna go even negative, and then I got to worry about getting liquidated. So it's like I started putting in. I know it's the right thing to do. Trust me, I know. Stop losses in the profit, and they all get triggered, man. I'm telling you, there's some motherfucker. I love Phemex. Don't get me wrong. But there is some motherfucker who is sitting in a back room somewhere and just waiting for, people like me to throw in an order. And they're like, oh, stopping the profit, get them. Just mitigate that now because we know where the market's going. Just wipe them out. I hate stop losses
Yeah,
so
take
much
him
because
out.
they get triggered.
I heard a guy say that you shouldn't be using stop losses. Like you should be able to set up the trade and just watch it. Like don't leave it alone unless you just have to, and just watch it. He said because all the bots and everything, they know where those levels are.
Yeah. For me, I have man, sometimes the attention span of a squirrel, and I could be fully ingrained in charting and trading, and then something happens, a phone call, a text message, a loud noise, my dog barking, I don't know, and I just like step out of my office for a second, and then it's like 5 hours later, I might be out of the house, I might be in the backyard or in the garage working out, and I was like, man, what was I doing? Or holy shit, I'm in a fucking trade. And then I fly back up to the thing, and it's just like, so I unintentionally, that's why, stop losses or stops and profit is good for me. Especially like at night, like I was a-okay with it because like again, like I ended up pulling, I think it was like 450 on one of the trades, like while I was sleeping at a stop and profit because like in the past, like when you got the leverage sweats, man, you can't like actually sleep. Like you're just like up staring at your phone or your screen or whatever.
That's
But
a fact, dude. That's a fact.
you know what I mean? But with a stop and profit, like with that thing set, you're just like, fuck it. Like, I can't lose. I'm not gonna get nothing. Like I'm gonna win. So you rest easier. So like I knew that I was gonna like go into bed last night. Like this was between like 1 and 4 when I put that thing in or whatever it was. I was just like, I know that I'm probably gonna get stopped out, but I'm gonna get paid $400 to sleep right now. So let's go for it. And ultimately, yeah, I woke up and there was no trade, but I had the little P&L pop with the rocket.
Hell yeah.
This
Can't
like
really complain about that, huh?
that's the exciting part of like, dude, when we start like, because we literally have been going down, like trajectory has been going down since December. It's been a dog shit trading market. as soon as that shifts and we start trending and moving up and forward to the right, Lee, dude, the trading gets so much better. That's when like I'm sure that we can convince other people to start trading, because like as long as you have some risk mitigation and you have some good self-control, like when the market is hot, it's a lot easier to trade than when it's going down and you're trying to pick your opportunities. Like, even now, like, I feel like we're in Pumpsville, but I'm watching these VWAP indicators, and because we pumped so much yesterday, I'm thinking, maybe we did well last night. Let's take some time off and see what happens. Let the market either cool off, or if it continues to pump, it continues to pump. Like, one thing that we've learned and we've taught ourselves is that we don't chase pumps, right?
That's right. It ain't gonna
FOMO,
hurt you if it pumps a little bit.
FOMO is a hell of a drug. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. FOMO in a hot crypto market is a hell of a drug. Is that right, Kerry?
You are not wrong, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm good. I feel great. I'm excited. It is, what's funny is that I was really so kind of in my mind, in my own head, and like in a zone, that I really wasn't even sure about what day it was. And when I woke up like this morning, I had to like actually figure out that it was pizza day, that it was Friday. I usually just know that, you know what I mean? But I was a little off, and then, a little bit of coffee. I was up early this morning, like up and out of bed at, I think, like 4:15, just because I didn't want to miss the markets, man. They were ripping and roaring. And I like, one of the first things when I opened up Twitter, I saw like Crypto Face was in like a $20 million trade. I was like, oh shit, like things are probably cooking. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, I wanted to just, I know there's not a lot of people here, but I mean, probably not great financial advice, dude, to not have a stop loss on when you go to bed. Just when you go to bed, especially. But I mean, I'm no trader, so like I shouldn't be talking shit about this. But all I know is it's like insurance. It's like an insurance policy that didn't cost you shit. You know what I mean? Like you put that on and you mitigate the amount of loss that you're gonna take.
Yeah.
Right. So that's all stop loss is for.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
like at this point,
I'm still learning. So
using a standard stop loss, just like like a stop loss in the red, is not something that I'm gonna do. Like I've just been so much more patient getting into my trades and like understanding like what I want to do in order to enter. Now, like last night, obviously, like I was getting in and out like willy nilly just because things were moving. But like overall, like the strategy now is to just be really patient and just wait for the trade, right? Let it happen.
yeah, that's true. This is where I'm sort of get lost, and this is why I just buy spot and I just hold my bags. But for a spot trader, it's not a bad day. Am I wrong?
Hell no, dude. This is a great day.
I woke up and I was like, holy shit, man. I'm glad I threw down like last week when things were like looking a little bit low, and I was thinking, could go, we still dip. And then I'm listening to other guys in our group going, it could still dip. And I'm thinking, you know what? I got a couple $100 I'm gonna throw down right now, just because it feels like right. It feels like there's something spicy in the air. And then sure enough, fucking yesterday, it just started going off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, already up, like,
We're still all down like 80%, but we're up 20% today, so that's good.
That's what I'm saying. And greed is like we're in greed. So like everything is not lining up right now the way that it normally does. And so like when things are like this, when they're wonky, then I like to take advantage of these times. And like when the fear and greed index does not line up with the actual prices of where I think things should be, then that's when I sort of take action. Like I don't think like buying under 100,000 was a bad idea. Like I mean, it wasn't as low as beneath 100,000 as I would have liked it to be, but I threw down a few more hundred because it was under 100,000, and I had this funny feeling that I don't know how much longer we're going to be sitting around under 100,000. So to me at this point, anything under 100 is a good buy. Like on any day. Like honestly, like I don't know where everybody went who was saying, oh, we're going back down to fucking 50,000 and 60,000. They all seem to have fucking shriveled up like snails and disappeared. But
I think again, like it's the PTSD of like we just can't trust the market because we haven't been able to trust it for months. And you know, speaking of, let me ask you a question. And anybody, you know, I see Priest and Bo down there. You know, you guys feel free to come up here. Neil, feel free to answer this too. But like, okay, so all of the things that we're talking about, and this, you know, DCA, taking profits, all that kind of shit. You're 80% down, but 20% up. Do you take profits on days like today? I know it's not true profits because you're probably still down, but do you do that knowing that we're probably going to dip and correct, and you know it's natural? That's part of the whole plan and process. So when that happens, then you buy back more, or do you just say no, fuck it, I'm down already. I'm not DCAing either direction until I become back in the positive.
No, I DCA when I'm in the negative because like that's the only way to sort your average out, right? That's like
No. Do you pull?
if
Do you take profits?
oh, do I take profits? No, never when I'm in the red. And on a day like today, where like I was gonna say, like when you started off talking about the shrimping portfolio today, and I'm like, so what's your plan with that? Like now that you're definitely doubled your money up, this would be a good time to take some profits out, hold on to those profits, wait for things to pull back a little bit because they will after a day like today, maybe, and yesterday. Like there might be a bit of a pullback. Who knows? We could just go fucking parabolic for fucking the next 2 weeks and I'll be fucking eating fucking lobster, but like who knows? But
Yeah.
I'm still thinking there's going to be a healthy pullback after this kind of, you know, like a positive, like we've had like a really nice 2-day run. So it just seems like, you know, like, and we do have that PTSD where we're feeling like, can we trust this pump? Can we trust this pump? So, you know, like that was going to be my question to you was, what do you do with like you're up double on fucking PITH? Are you going to take some of that profit and roll it over into another underdog now in Shrimpin Portfolio?
That's a really good point. That's a really good question. Like, so here, let me ask you guys what you think I should do. Fetch. My fetch is at 220. Remember, it was $100 buy-in, so we've doubled up for sure on that. Now, all of a sudden, I've got Blocky. I'll be we're just doing the breakfast show for an hour, and then I'll be doing J Chains at 1:30. If you're off today, if you want to hop on, do 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll do the J Chain show. So if you want to, let me know if you want to do that. So with the Fetch AI, I mean, part of all of that we know is what are the 3 projects? It's ASI is the new
Render. Oh, you mean to make up render? It was or not render. The super intergalactic fucking awesome
right
universe of AI or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Fetch.
Singularity.
God damn it.
Right.
Singularity.net and I'm never gonna be remember this.
We'll have to figure it out. Anyway, so the
they're
point is
dead coins now. They're dead. They put them out of my mind. Yeah.
So
point
the
being
point of
though
all
that,
of
that one was down and you've doubled up on it. So like why not take a little bit of skim off the top of that and then take that, look at like wait for like another day where we sink down and some of those guys get beaten up again and then not saying to put it back into the same token, but like find another underdog that
Let
you
me ask
believe
you a
in
question.
and
Let me ask you a question.
spread it around.
And anybody's welcome to answer this. So I have an interview lined up with Ben Goertzel on next Friday morning in Toronto. And so he's obviously the founder of Singularity. And what was the robot's name that he made? Oh my gosh.
Santiago. I don't know.
No, it was like I'll look it up in the background. But anyway, so Ben Goertzel, the founder of Singularity, and he's the one who created like that first AI robot lady. I cannot remember her name. Give me 1 second.
Oh, that scary one. It was like, yeah, well, pretty much we'll just turn the world into like Terminator and take over.
Sophia.
Yes.
So in my mind, I was like Sandra. So I had the S, but like Sandra was like, but I knew him. I was like, that's not it. So I'm not saying it. Sophia, that was it. Sophia. So that'll be a Ocean and AGIX.
Ocean is the one. Ocean Protocol. That's it. Yep. So those 3: Singularity, Ocean, and Fetch.
Thank you, Brian Gensler, in the chat on YouTube, bringing it. Let's go. Yeah. So that'll be
Jay,
good.
you were
So I
talking
think
about
what I want to do is maybe hang on to the coin until after I talk to Ben, and then see, is that something that might be, let's add to the position and keep that, maybe throw more profits into that, or is it time to cut those profits and put them into something else, like maybe double up on the graph because it's the worst performer, or get something totally new. You know, we got to look at the shrimping. We got to look at the shrimps. We got to go bring
Are you down on the graph?
No,
Are you
but
still up
it's
on the graph?
no, everything's up. It's up 50%, but
Okay,
it's the
so
worst.
why not just
Up 50%? It's the worst
so,
performer.
so then cut your losses, take out your worst performer, and look for something better. That's what I would do. I would take out the worst performer out of all of those, take my profits, and find the next gem. Right? I would hold on to the cash until things do a pullback from today. Obviously, I wouldn't go shopping on a day like today. It's crazy.
Right.
But you know, I would hold on to the cash, and then the next time we have a little bit of a pullback, go shrimping again.
Yeah, there we go. Just like, you know, like what a normal shrimping captain would do. Like, I'm Captain Chains of the shrimping boat. I'm taking my my boats back to the marina. We're gonna probably lift them up out of the water for a little bit. We're gonna scrape the hulls, get the little mussels and the clam, whatever those things are, that barnacles that suck on the sides of a boat. We're gonna scrape them off, maybe repaint it, refinish it, do all that stuff. So I'm taking my shrimping boats out of the water. That's a really good call.
Exactly, man. Like shrimping is not all glamorous like they make it out to look at, like in Forrest Gump, where it's just the legless captain at the top of the fucking thing yelling at God. You know,
Wait,
there's more
really
shrimping
quick.
than that.
I
Yeah,
want to just, we're going to do a little psychology question here. So you said
yeah.
glamorous, and then you had like the one-legged guy who obviously was, not only was he disheveled, but he was kind of
No-legged. He had no legs.
yeah. So like, what's glamorous about all that? Really quick.
Well, just it was epic. It was an epic moment, you know. It was a man versus nature slash God.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, he was trying to come to his own, like, realization of, like, what fucking God was, because he didn't fucking believe in it. He believed in destiny. And like, he believed that his time to die was on the battlefield. And why was he denied that right to fucking die then and there? And so he had a real pissed off fucking relationship with God, right? And so that was, I don't know, to me, that was like a glorious fucking, one of the most glorious scenes of that movie was him taking on, you know, Mother Nature and laughing at it. And like, well, poor fucking Forrest Gump is like, holy shit, we're going to die. This guy is out there strapped to a fucking post, you know, laughing in God's face. You know what I mean? Like, it was glorious. I don't know.
Man.
I thought it was.
There was a time in my life. I don't know if you guys know the story about when I lived down in Cape Coral, Florida. I ran this boat rental company for a guy, and I had been down there for probably a little bit over a year doing all that stuff. So like, I had like fully, I had fully become like the sea captain guy. You know, the long hair. I would eat fresh. That's all I would eat was like fresh fish out of the water. You know, it was a different time in my life there. But
So you would
at
cook
the
it? You would
end of
just take
all
the
of
bite
this,
out of.
what's that?
Sorry, did you cook it, or did you just like literally take a bite out of a raw fish that you caught?
No, yeah. I would. So across the canal from me was a bait shop. So I'd take one of the boats, spin around there, and we were all buddies. So I would just get some of the big old shrimpies, and then go out, or just throw a line right there. Go back to the house, and then grab, you know, whatever came out, like mangrove snapper, red snap, whatever it was. I can't remember all the different fish, and then fillet them, and then cook them on my grill right there. So like, that was the life, dude. I was living it. I was just like a boat guy at that point. And then so when my time came to be over at the boat rental company, I was cash in hand, met a guy at a dry dock for a 28-foot Islander sailboat. And that's it, man. I was at that point in my life, I was convinced what I was supposed to do was just be one of those guys and just sail down to the Caribbean, and that was it for me. But at the end of
Dude,
the
you would have
day,
ended up being a pirate.
I
You
would
would have been pirate so fast, and so hard you wouldn't know what hit you.
so fast. I mean, that's why, like, you know, like if you're having a rough day, if you're having just a rough go, one of the things that you can do to put a smile on your own face excuse me, is say Gargonzola like a pirate. Yargonzola. It's just gonna make you smile. It always does. And so if you're feeling shitty, do that, and it'll make you smile, and it'll maybe turn your whole day around.
Hey, you were talking about earlier, do we sell in the red? I rarely sell in the red. I did a little bit of that when I first got into crypto because I'd be like, man, I got to get into something else. This shit sucks. And then I'd end up, it ended up just losing me money. So basically now, like I've got 2 price targets for just about every coin. And as soon as they start hitting those, that's when the fun happens for me.
Yeah, man, having the price targets is a good thing. And usually, like, I don't know, man, but if I'm up double on my investment in a month or less, like you are, then that screams at me like, come on, man, skim some off the top because you just don't know.
Oh.
You could round trip this money, you could lose it all. You're up double right now. So what's the harm in taking the original principal out, holding on to that, putting it into another good project, seeing where that goes, leaving half of your tokens where they are, and maybe it goes up, and if it does, then you're good. You got your little moon bag.
Mm-hmm.
But like it just seems almost.
Maybe what we should do.
I don't know.
Maybe what we should do instead of like completely selling, what I'll do is just like every great wise investor should is I'm gonna take my initial, right? So with the fetch, I take $100 out. It gives me $120 still in fetch, so that rolls. We're house money only, and we take our initials and we put that hundo into another shrimp. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull.
That's what I'm seeing, man. That's
I'm going to pull initials. I'm going to start pulling initials. So probably this weekend,
Good
what I'll
idea.
do is pull the initial on fetch, and then if we get a little more juice out of JASMY, I'll do that. And then I'll make a video or whatever. I'll do something to let you guys know what the plan is. And then,
well, here's something else you got to think about too: is that portfolio in particular is not one that you set aside to hold possibly long term, right?
True.
And that's kind of where I'm at. I do trade a little bit, but it's only with a little bit of money. Everything else is pretty much long term holds.
That's a really good point. This is not, this is not a hodl bag. This is a fun experiment. The shrimping, like, we got to keep things moving, keep it fresh. So we're not talking about the same stuff. We did a month with this same portfolio. Great call, guys. It's time to move on. We got to move. Let's go. We're gonna be pulling initials. We might even just flip the whole fucking thing into whatever's down right now because we know. Although I'll tell you what, some of these things we got at such great prices because they were down in the whole thing of the shrimping is if you look on CoinMarketCap, you can look at the altcoin season tab and you look at the top 100, their performance over the last 90 days. Man, we caught these motherfuckers where they were like 72 to like 68% down. Like, so that was a great opportunity and a great time to do this. It's probably not gonna. It's the juice is not always gonna be as good, but we got to keep it rolling. You guys are right. What's up, Mike?
Dude, I have been like, I totally forgot about the time. I'm like getting my schedule together and like getting to as many events for the conferences as I can. Like, oh fuck, it's 9:30. Shit, I gotta get in here.
Welcome to the breakfast show, guys. Make sure if you are watching the stream, you smash that like. We are streaming on X and YouTube, so you are hopefully subscribed and followed. You do all the things. If you are watching on X, you can tag some friends and let them know. And pretty soon we should probably just have more people on camera than on stage in the space. Unless nobody wants to do camera, then we won't do that.
I wish they mixed spaces and video together. We can have both. It's kind of weird that you can't.
That's why I've taken that into my own hands. And so we've got.
He was lazy on Elon's behalf. It seems like something a little money could fix very quickly.
Hey, the way things are going with all the federal cuts right now, I might be on live with you every freaking day. Like it's getting real out here.
It's the right time for the bull market to be heating up, my brother.
Yeah, because regular people are losing their fucking jobs, and it's scary.
Well, but I thought, wait a second. I was pretty sure that JP, my guy Jerome Powell, was talking earlier this week saying that like those numbers were like really good. What do you mean, like unemployment's high?
Well, I think the Pow Pow's job is to keep everybody under control and sane and safe and like from hurting each other, right? Like, I don't know that like those numbers. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like fake news. But I'm just saying that like maybe like they massaged the numbers a little to like keep people, because what I hear and what I heard from is two different things.
Maybe. They already got busted for doing that. They lied about 1 million jobs last year, like in one of the in like one of the meetings. They do it all the time. It's
That's
all
what
just
I'm saying.
you're
So
right.
like
I
we
just meant there's
probably
about to be a 40% cut to my department. So
Damn.
there's a good
That's what I'm
chance that I
talking
may
about.
not be in my department anymore.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's crazy.
like real life people are reporting that they're losing real life jobs. I don't know what the fucking Jay Powell has to say about it, but like real life people are in fact going to work and they're being locked out of their jobs and shit. So like, you know, that's what I'm hearing on my end of it.
That's wild.
And so that's what I tend to believe is the word from the people's mouths, not from, you know,
100%.
what the numbers are.
100%. Who, like, honestly, at this stage in the game, like, and I get, like, you can't, like, not, like, old people are not going to change their mind, but people like us who are a little bit younger, and there are old people out on social media too, but they understand the power and the impact of it, and they understand that, like, yeah, we have been, the media lies like motherfuckers to us all the time, that you do get a little bit more of a honest take on social media than you do. Like, who is honestly trusting their local news or the mainstream media at this point when there's, you know, kind of a controversial take or a difference in opinion between like what happened versus what's being reported? Certainly not me. I know, like, you know, sorry, mom, but I know my mom, you know, she gets her news from the TV. Sorry, mom. I'm not trying to call you out, but I had to call you out.
Moms love their news. No, it's true. And you know what? Like I follow that shit too, just because. But I mean, I try to make my own formed opinions based on like cross-referencing the news with the social media with whatever, right?
Yeah,
and then I think that's what everyone.
And don't get me wrong, like
make your own decision.
We cut the cable, so like we don't have TV service because we don't watch TV. But like there was a time in my life where the TV was on, and you guys can hate me if you want. I don't care. I love you. I love you all. But like Fox News was on like 24 hours a day on that TV, just to like sometimes when you walk by, you catch...
Just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I know.
Fox News all the way, bro.
Better than CNN, that's for sure.
Oh my God, I'm a CNN guy.
I still love you, my guy.
I know, dude.
Once 2020 happened, I quit watching news. Like, it was all bullshit.
Yeah.
It was so fucking stupid.
Facts. So true. Literally, I think that was like, that was when we were living in Austin, and we had cut cable at that point. We're like, oh, like, what is the point of paying for this? Like, we have Netflix, we have the stuff. Like, if I need to watch sports, there's ways to do it. If I need to see ESPN, whatever, you can figure that shit out. Like, there was no need to pay for TV service anymore because you knew it was all just trash and garbage. And if you needed entertainment, but I hate TV. I hate sitting down to watch TV. I'd rather sit down and continue to work than actually stare at a screen.
Now, I am watching Vice Principals, so I like sitting down and watch that.
What's that? Talk to me about that.
Freaking Vice Principals. That shit's hilarious. And then I guess the next one we got to watch, me and the wife's going to be Righteous Chinstones, you know. I got to catch both of them.
Did you say Righteous Chinstone? What in the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's got Walter Goggins and shit, what's the guy's name? Red out of fucking... Oh, man, I can't remember his name now.
What the fuck is a chinstone?
Eastbound and Down guy. What's his name?
No clue.
Am I missing something culturally here? Like I'm like I need to look this up.
Yeah, you definitely missing something culturally. You need to check out those two shows. They're on HBO or whatever. It's
HBO
Vice
Go.
Principals and shit. What's the other one? Righteous Gemstones.
Gemstones.
Oh, gemstone, not chinstone. Oh, for fuck's sakes! I sound like an idiot now.
It's an American thing,
Precious
Carrie. Mind your own
gemstone.
business. You syrup sipper.
Well, I don't know. I'm like, do you guys get like your chins encrusted with jewels, like a grill or something? You get like is that what they call like a piercing that like on your lower lip, a chin stone? I don't know what the fuck.
I'm gonna.
Like, my imagination is going wild.
It's like a
feel like I
football
need
chin
to.
strap just with diamonds.
I feel like I need to bedazzle my beard now.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have.
Beard
I'm gonna
stones,
have.
you
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
have
saying?
Emmy. I'm gonna have Emmy and Wit hot glue some like bling and some rhinestones into my beard for Toronto. I'm just gonna fly like that and see what happens.
I think they need
And
that
the
shit.
shorts. Don't forget the shorts. You'll get through customs so fast. No one will want to touch you.
Sir, they're not
The
shorts.
shorts, the little short shorts, the Chakootie Rudies.
The Chattahoochee Daddy?
Yeah, that thing.
That's not shorts, sir. Those are called briefs. Or what is it?
Oh,
Speedo-y. Speedo-y.
I know all about the Speedo, man. I was on the swim team back in early high school.
I
Damn.
see Eddie. You know what? Eddie
So was I.
Eddie commented over on YouTube. He says Righteous Chinstones sounds like a good band name. I agree with you. Yo, thank you
It
for
does
coming
sound
out.
like a
We're the
wicked
Righteous
band name.
Chinstones. See you next time.
Of course, they're British too. The Righteous Chinstones.
Yeah, that is. You know what? Too bad Doug's traveling today, because I guarantee you, if he was here and he heard Righteous Chinstones, he would be like, "Oh, you don't know about those blooders?" Like, "Oh, it originates back to the 17th century in England. The Chinstones." Yeah.
Yes, we've been wearing chinstones for hundreds of years.
The king has invented the chinstone. Hear ye, hear ye.
Oh my God, it's only 9:38 and we've already gone off the rails.
That's
What
okay.
happened to us?
That's okay.
You said it was Friday and this was okay.
This is perfect. This is exactly what we need for a Friday, especially let's see.
For a warm up for a week-long vacation.
Oh my gosh.
Of
Man,
work.
I cannot wait.
A
I got so
vacation of
much to do
hard
next
work.
week. I'm gonna be a busy motherfucker, but I am so excited about all of it. I'm trying to if you guys can't, actually I'm gonna post it up in the Jumbotron here too. Man, here we go. I see there's a couple people commenting on it.
Sweat.
I gotta get Hoskinson. He's gonna be at Futurist. I'm emceeing that day, but I have like a little like lunch break, so I bet I could probably lock in like a 15 to 20 minute with him. I'm trying to like.
He's gonna be at Consensus as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to lock it up, so it'll be that whole week, and so I've got a couple of pretty big ones lined up, which is great.
I saw like an evening event that was sponsored by Cardano, so I wonder if he'll make an appearance there.
Which one?
I was just kind of looking through Luma, whatever it's called, and there's like a Cardano event, and it kind of goes like all day. So I wonder if at some point he'll show up, because they have like different speakers throughout the day.
Oh, we'll have to check that. Also, make sure you guys. I'm gonna be just last night. I'll put a list together and put in our Toronto travel group of what events. But I signed up for this one called Femtech. Talk Tech to Me, and it's sign up for crypto and cocktails. Katie Wheeler, she's like one of the partnerships people over at Ondo. She's like, it's like a thing, a reception and a panel and that kind of stuff. And so she's actually speaking on that. So that is something I want to go because of the Ondo connection. Because Nathan is someone that I'm going to be interviewing in Canada as well. He's the CEO. And so I've got a couple of the people that I know pretty well over on the team. So definitely want to catch that. So if you guys make sure you sign up for the Femtech Talk Tech to Me, that's Thursday at 5 p.m.
That sounds like a medical procedure. Talk tech to me.
Talk Tech to Me. Today we're going to go over stints. Now, if you don't know anything about stints, I don't know anything about stints other than they're like heart things that like blow up your veins a little bit to like so they can operate, right? Something like that. I know it's very delicate stuff, that heart surgery. My grandfather had many of them, like many quadruple bypasses. So I got to work on keeping my heart healthy.
Man. Yeah, well, now we have robots that can like help with that. So like, I feel like a lot safer in the hands of surgeons nowadays if you can afford to be operated on with a Da Vinci machine. They're like these awesome machines where the guy like he doesn't even need to be in the fucking same country as you. You could get some skilled professional from like skilled surgeon in Italy to put his fingers into this little machine called the Da Vinci machine, and then he can stitch you up from fucking across the world.
Dude, that's
And
wild.
if he fucks up, the machine has built-in safeguards and shit to make sure that they don't like gouge you and shit. Yeah, it's pretty neat, man.
Dude, that's really wild.
Pretty
Yeah, that's
neat,
something
yeah.
that we kind of started to hear about more with even like metaverse style technology, and you can call it anything that you want, but remote viewing or metaverse technology, whatever. Where surgeons can from anywhere in the world can operate on somebody, so you have access to the absolute best, no matter where you live. You know, if you've got the ability to have the best work on you, then you can do that there, which I think that's really cool. That's some medical tech to me is
with
important
micro
because I want to
precision.
live like to be like 300 years old, but like I want to like freeze like my aging process like sometime in the next 10 years, like is where I want to lock in like forever. I want to be like this version of me at like 250 years old. What do you guys think about that? Would you live forever like in your
I think I would have liked to lock in a little bit earlier, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like 40, 45, I'm like thinking maybe I should have locked in 5 years ago. But 40 is basically perfect, I think. Because you know, like around 40 is just when shit starts going wrong in a man's life. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to get like probed and shit. And I don't want to get fucking probed, and I'm gonna have to go in and do it this year. And I don't want to have to do it, and I'm gonna do it anyways, just because you got to. But like I would have liked to freeze myself before the probing happened.
Oh, that's a really good. No, because it's just with the medical tech that'll go away too. Prostate cancer and all that shit'll go away. So no more probing. Pretty soon, no more probing.
Or at least just give me a blood test or something. Just please, you don't have to knock me out and rape me.
You don't have to do that. We can find a more civil way to test for these things. I'm fairly sure.
We can find a way. We're quite brilliant as a species.
For God's sakes, man, it's 2025. Figure out a new way.
Why are we still ramming things up each other's arses? It's not right.
Oh, just relax. Just relax.
No, you relax.
Yeah. Fridays. It's a good time to go off the rails for sure.
Just make sure that when he does probe you, that if he has both hands on the table, then you got a problem.
Okay.
His name's Dr. Lukewarm Finger.
Jesus Christ.
I trust him.
Okay. How about that crypto
All right.
bull run?
What about
crypto's ripping, baby? Let's go.
What are we at now? Like 103 still?
I don't know.
102?
I know. I'm waiting for Ando. This is now I'm the greedy one. I'm waiting for Ando to get back under $1 so that I can get into my.
Look at that God candle on PITH. It's just 1 more cent, but it looks so good on the 4 hour.
I know, dude, because it's just been going down for so long. Oh, you know what that means? That means that's MugShot time. So technically that's 4 hours from my last MugShot upload. So I, in theory, could do another one. However, I don't have enough coffee in my cup to qualify. So I'm going to have to do it after the show. So I'll have to remember that because you can earn, you guys have heard me talk about this. You can earn crypto for taking a picture of your coffee every day in a reusable mug, and you can do it every 4 hours. So if you're a coffee junkie like me that drinks coffee into the afternoon, that's at least 3 times a day. That right now is a couple pennies. However, it will turn into a couple bucks. I did some math on all of this. So my Costco bag of coffee cost me $16, right? I can ROI on that bag of coffee in several weeks if I do it, a handful of times at the low price. It was like 5 cents when I did this originally. At the all-time high, very minimal, like 2 or 3 times a day would get you $17 a week, which means this bag of coffee from Costco lasts me, I think, at least 2 weeks, less than a month, but at least 2 weeks. I don't know. It all depends on how crazy I get with it. But so that means that I could basically get a free bag of coffee every single week by doing this, right? And that's just me. And my plan is to get WIT involved, right? We're going to do a video on the whole VeChain ecosystem, because not only is it coffee you can get paid for, you can, I've actually connected with the poop scoop one for your dogs. So I got to like get things set up. I got to create a profile for my dog. But then when we take him for a walk and he shits on the, you know, in the grass or whatever, and you pick that stuff up and you bag it, you get paid in the better token, right? And there's several other dApps that you can use. Go ahead.
I see all kinds of problems with that one, with the scooping one. I mean, I get it and I love it. I love, like, you should be able to like get crypto for taking a piss outside like a normal human being.
No, it's
but
different.
Like,
this is different.
You know,
No, Gary, this is different because
is it though? Like so you have to like. So how far do you have to go? like do you have to see, like, watch the dog doing its thing? Can you start the video at like where it's like done, and then like, or like can you just hold up a bag of anything?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
I could just hold up a bag of any substance and say,
you're a skeptic,
look
and
what
it's
I did.
okay. Everybody else is. It's all right. No, you got some rules you got to follow. So one, like I said, you got to set up a profile for your dog, right? And so, like, you're creating this rapport with
prove
the
that the
company.
dog even exists. Okay, yeah, because I don't have a dog, so I was just like, can I do this like
No.
just to pretend?
Yeah,
I have a
no.
dog?
Like, you get your
No.
dog entered into the system, and then there's like a process where you take a picture of the poop in the bag, and then you submit it. And it's like just same thing with, like, now MugShot uses an AI barista, but some of the other platforms have manual submission. So when you submit the pictures, somebody is going to verify it on the other end. And like, you have to like KYC your dog to like get into this program. And so you're not going to be a shitbag, and they're not going to bring shitbags in. So.
I mean, it could be human. It could be for all they know, right? Like, anyway, let's get off of that.
No, because you got to take a picture with the dog.
I like the MugShot though. The MugShot's got me. I'm like, all I have to do is drink a bag of coffee, and I get a free bag of coffee. I mean, at least that bag is free.
But,
so like, I'm just drinking coffee for free, essentially. Is this, what kind of racket is the coffee marketplace like set up here?
So the whole idea, again, so all of this stuff is sustainability and for the ecosystem, right? So like with the dog poop, like dog waste pollutes the environment. So like pick it up off the ground, get rewarded for it. With the MugShot, it's all about drinking out of a sustainable mug, right? So if like you go to Starbucks or Dunkin' or whatever, they give you a paper cup. Those are terrible for the environment. So if like you bring your Yeti cup and say, hey, can you do me a favor and just pour that into here, or you get their cup? I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of it, because some places say like, no, we're not going to pour it into your cup. And it's like, well, then you've wasted the paper, kind of like what I'm trying to avoid here. But some places they'll just pour it into your thing if it's clean. And then boom, you take a picture of that. Now, if you go to like a place and do it, you get rewarded a lot more, because it's a more difficult process than at your house, right? At your house, you just take a picture. I usually just take a picture, whether it's my coffee cup on the counter with my coffee machine, or in my hand, or whatever, like outside on a table, wherever I'm sitting. And boom, the barista AI says, boom, you're good. Sometimes if you don't show that you've got coffee in your cup, or if you don't have enough in there, it'll say that picture doesn't work. So the AI thing is pretty cool. Sometimes you're like, yeah, come on, that's coffee. But it is what it is. You can also use tea, by the way. So for people that don't drink coffee, you can do this with tea as well.
You're lying. That's rum. It's going to tell me. I'm like, no, it's coffee. I swear. No, we can tell that's rum. Stop trying to fuck us.
That's a little too light. You'd have to click the tea button if you wanted to use rum, because I think rum's a little lighter than coffee.
Dark rum, yo.
Oh, so Myers, isn't that what it is? I'm not a rum guy.
The shit is that?
I am not.
Oh, okay, no, I'm talking about like Appleton's, like a nice Jamaican
Appleton States, a nice Jamaican rum. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Yeah. I'm not like Captain. Was it Captain Morton?
No, don't be the captain of anything. No captains allowed.
I would be the captain of my own sailboat once. I was almost going to be the captain of my own sailboat.
We were talking about that today, and you would have been the fucking biggest Screech fucking hauler in all of this area of North America.
So there's like all of these and so, I mean, listen, I'm telling you, like, I lived this life. Like, I knew all about it. Like, I had heard, there was all these maritime islands, like when you go down to the Caribbean, that you can obviously only get to by boat. and it's nothing. They've been seeded with like fruit and vegetables by sailors throughout like the history of time. So like you can sail to these Mariner Islands and like grab yourself some fruit, load up, and then go on about yourself. And like it's, man, almost did it, but I'm glad I didn't, because
they go on a journey. They'll go on a journey. They'll pick up an old school barrel that has had whiskey like aging in it for a long time. Then they'll go out to fucking like Jamaica and pick up some like dirt cheap ass fucking like whale rum, and then they fucking bring it back in these old oak casks so that it ages it up, and then fucking they serve the good shit off the top, and all that like gnarly fucking shit with the sediment at the bottom, that Screech. That shit gets sold. It's like 90 fucking percent alcohol or something.
Jeez.
That's where that ends up in Newfoundland. Oh yeah, dude. Next
Screech?
time,
It's
next
called
one,
Screech?
yeah. Look up Newfoundland Screech. Yeah, you'll be like, what in the fuck are people doing drinking this? Some people call it swish, some people call it Screech, but it's like fucking, it's a moonshine that has like been like, it's bottom of the barrel fucking gnarly ass moonshine, and it will fuck you up.
Can you please excuse my naivety here on all of this? So Newfoundland, is that a part of Canada?
Yeah, it's like our northmost island in Canada. Yeah.
Is it like a nice place, or is it, if they're drinking stuff like Screech, are they
Oh,
like all
it's
hillbillies?
awesome. No, it's lovely.
Okay.
No, they're fucking awesome. I mean, they speak differently than most of us. They have like a different kind of a twang. Like they have like, they would be like what you call redneck kind of like language for like Canadians.
Are they like, is it
I
civilized?
don't wanna
Is it
butcher it,
civilized culture, or is it like, you know, they're like
Oh, no,
hillbillies?
yeah, I go by civilized, yeah, right, by. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't understand one fucking word of it,
I
then
was
you're
gonna say,
pretty
dude, I have
much-
no idea what you just said to me at all, and so if that's how they sound,
just repeated what you said back to you rather.
oh,
But yeah, no, like they've got a different kind of a twang to their voice, you know. And there are some of the people that might get caught saying a boot, you know. But that's the East Coast accent. We don't have that out in Ontario. We have like this weird Toronto fucking accent that's like, I don't know where we get it from, but well, we get it from living in Toronto, and then I brought it up to
You
Barrie
mean
and
English?
around. Yeah, I think it's English, but
We
like
just
so
speak normal English over here.
normal English until you go out east. I mean, and then you get exposed to the Maritimes. And it's a good time, you know, but we'll do that sometime, man. If you want to go out east and check out what pirate fucking people are like, those are the real fucking pirate people.
interesting. Newfoundland.
Oak Island, you know that show Oak Island? That's in Canada.
Oh, really?
That's near Nova Scotia, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you could come to Canada and go to Oak Island.
That's all right.
And not find shit.
Yeah, not find shit except some big shaft that goes thousands of miles down into the earth, and they don't know where, well, hundreds of miles or something. I don't know. They're just digging this big shaft, and they keep finding little trinkets and shit, but no big treasure from the Knights Templar, unfortunately.
I think it's somebody tossing that shit down the hole the day before.
Hey.
I mean, that's a racket when you think about it. You know, they got this freaking show based around finding nothing on some silly legend. You know what I mean? I guess it's like Bigfoot. People just want to watch. Or
What's the
hell,
legend?
I don't know if people actually watch it.
I know that I've heard about it, but I don't know much about it. What is the legend?
So the legend of Oak Island is that Knights Templar came and they like buried like a whole shitload of like treasures, like religious artifacts and like gold and whatnot. Like, you know, mostly whatnot, because they don't know what the fuck they're looking for. So they're just digging, and they found these shafts. Like, there's actual shafts that people constructed. So whether they were mining shafts for some reason or I don't know, but they seem to think they're booby trapped and all this shit. I'm like, it's a fucking 2,000-year-old shaft straight down to the earth. Like, it's bound to have some bumps. You're gonna get bumps and bruises on the way down. It's not, doesn't necessarily mean it's booby trapped. Like, I don't know, but they're like, we go past this certain amount and then water starts rushing in, and I'm like,
It's like
Yeah, it's
running
called
around.
the
It's like the
Goonies.
Goonies.
People watch.
Like the Goonies?
It is like the Goonies. It's absolutely the Goonies. Only grown men. These men have beards.
Man, that was out in the Oregon, right? Where they shot Goonies.
Goonies. Well, it was supposed to be on the coast because they found that big fucking pirate ship, right?
Right. Yeah, that was out in. I was somewhere in Oregon where they shot it. Oh, Goonies, man, what a good. I haven't seen Goonies in a while. I'm gonna have to probably. I don't know when's a good time to have Emmy watch that. I loved Goonies as a kid, but like that chunk will probably scare the shit out of her.
He will scare the shit out of her, but she'll also end up loving him in the end because he's the hero and he comes and saves them all in Superman t-shirt.
Baby Ruth?
Ruth, baby. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm never eating one of those. What is that? Ruth, baby.
Ruth, baby. Oh man. Well, this was
yeah.
fun.
You better sit her down and watch the Goonies with her pretty soon.
There's
got both the Corys in it.
There's a couple we're gonna have to watch soon. Oh, it's exciting. That was one of the reasons. Like once I got to a certain age, you guys know I make the joke about Star Wars and Star Trek. I do know the difference. I just like to, because it's not my thing and I know it pisses people off. But so I never watched any of the Star Wars, but I'm not opposed to it. And then I got to a certain point in my life where I was just like, well, fuck it, I haven't watched it yet. There's no need to do this now until I have kids, and then we'll kind of experience it all together. And so I don't know when we start this with Emmy, but we're gonna have to we'll have to figure that out too.
Probably about 7, dude. I would say 7 is a good age for them to understand, because like, especially if you're going to watch from like the first, like it depends how you're going to watch them.
Oh yeah.
If you're going to watch them the way they were written.
In order of how they were released, not like the story where like you start with number 7 and then you go backwards.
Yeah, because that will be so boring for her and she will hate it and hate you so much. You have to fall in love with Star Wars before you can have a love-hate relationship with it. Right?
Gotcha.
And so you'll fall in love with episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then you'll learn to hate it in episodes 1 and 2, and then in episode 3 you'll fall back in love again, and then the rest are kind of just a fucking glorification, the end, right? But those first 3 movies, number 4, 5, and 6, especially the fucking number 5, where the dark side kind of wins, and it's kind of like you're like, oh man, then she'll see Ewoks and she'll love Ewoks. You know what I mean? Like that kind of wrecked it for me. But
I've seen, so Mr. Mayos, like he said like, Jesus, I've never seen any of it. Yeah, so I've seen like the scrolling words thing. Like I know that, and then I've probably seen, like you walk by someone watching it, or like a nephew was watching it, and you just like walk into the room for a couple minutes and then you walk out. Like that's me. Like you couldn't even like, I know Luke, I'm your father, like stuff like that, but like I don't know shit about it. And so it'll be a fun little experiment and exercise when we get to that point.
Yeah, I think so. Can you even make the lightsaber sound? Nah, it was pretty pathetic, but a good attempt.
What? That was pretty good sounding to me. All right, let me try it again. Or you do it, and then I'll try. Oh. That sounded more like
Where's Butthead?
That sounded more like a boar going after a little kitty.
With a didgeridoo rocking in the background.
Oh, dude, didgeridoo. Yes, dude, my buddy had one of those in high school, and I thought that was the stupidest fucking instrument in the world. Like, dude, really? A didgeridoo? And then I know I'm not trying to be like culturally insensitive, but like for a dude in a very affluent neighborhood to have a didgeridoo was kind of stupid. But, it is what it is.
You got to admit, they sound kind of trippy when you're like right buzzed out, though.
Whoa.
And like, you got to think of those motherfuckers that can actually do that shit. Circular breathing is a very difficult thing to achieve. Like being able to breathe in through your nose while you puff out your cheeks and breathe out through your cheeks, and like simultaneously and continuously for like fucking 5 minutes straight. That's hard.
Speaking
of, I haven't been able to do it one time.
Speaking of kind of like breathing while other things are happening, like chewing on pizza. Y'all know what time it is? Hey, Hey, hey. Mamma mia, Papa Pia, time to order the pizzeria. Let's go. Guys, if you do want to order a pizza and you were in the space, you can come up to stage for this. But Neil, my guy, you are up first. What kind of pizza do you want today?
Man, give me that pepperoni with the extra bit of that Parmesan hopium.
Ooh, some Parmesan hopium. I love that. Always. We are going to be serving extra hopium on all the pizzas today. Carrie, what are you looking for?
Oh man! Ever since I tried that first rainbow pizza, I've been hooked. So I'm gonna go double rainbow, double pepperoni, a little bit of mozzarella, and some Parmesan.
Parmigiano Reggiano. There it is. Mike, the modern Canadian. Can we get you some pizza today?
Double rainbow all the way. No, I'm gonna get a Canadian, constant Canadian pizza because we're all the Toronto conferences next week, so I believe that's like bacon and all the meats and cheese and pepperoni.
Boom. Maybe we're gonna have to find ourselves some Windsor pizza. Although, if I'm not mistaken, I got to look back. My memory is playing fools with me right now. But there was something where I had to bring my own pepperoni for some reason. So we've got to figure that out.
What? Who told you to bring your own fucking pepperoni?
I think because there was a tariff on the pepperoni, so they were throwing out all the American pepperoni, and obviously
Are you fucking with me?
No. I think this was a thing that there was no pizza ingredients in Toronto or something like that. I'm not joking. This was a few months ago. This was a few months ago. So I'll look into it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, dude, you're good. I had pizza last weekend, and it was absolutely one of the finest pizzas I've ever had. If that's the case, and you can't live without American pepperoni, then I feel I'm very sorry.
I fell in love with Windsor pizza in Windsor, man. That we julienne our pepperoni here now, so we are gonna be we're going out for pizza tonight, so it's gonna be just probably a double banana pepper and garlic.
Yeah, we make pepperoni here, man. Pepperoni it's the same in Canada as it is in the States. We make it here, so
okay.
You're all good. We may have a little trouble finding those Chicago style ones, but yeah. What? No.
All right. Well, thank you guys for ordering your pizzas. That is going to do it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. A couple of things. One, join the Phemex trading team. The pizza competition is live. I'm ranked in the top 70 or something. I forget where I was. I slipped. I was number 69 this morning. And I probably am a little bit less right now because I am not trading, but I will get into something. Guys, get on the squad, get on the team. We've got all sorts of things that are going to be happening, not just this pizza competition, but trade on Phemex with us. You can find a link in bio or in the code in the description. All that stuff on the video if you are watching on YouTube. So, all right, I think that does it for today. Anybody got anything before we head out?
Don't let the meatloaf.
Oh, what? Sorry, dude. Go ahead.
Just treat all the mothers in your life, spoil all the mothers in your life this weekend.
Mike, yes, that was the smartest move. You reminded every male that is listening right now that their mother is very special to them, and also the mother of their children is very special to them. So, big weekend, boys. Do the right thing.
We just say our marriages over here.
What is it?
Make your.
I said I'm just saving marriages over here.
Yeah, just make the right choice. Remember, it's not from you. You don't have to get your wife a card and say Happy Mother's Day. It's from your kids to the mom.
But it doesn't hurt if you throw your name in there either.
True. Well, they'll know. It's not like Emmy's
they'll know.
Emmy didn't go to the store to get a necklace for her.
That's true. Depending on the age of your children.
Good point. Maybe you have grown-up children.
Moms are the best.
We might have to do a whole informational session on all of that at some point here. But today I don't believe is the day. All right. No. We are signing off for now. I'll be back at 1:30 this afternoon. If we cannot make it, don't worry. I understand. Maybe catch the replay or check it out this weekend. But if we don't talk between now and next week, I hope you have a very wonderful weekend. I will be live Monday at this normal time in Toronto because I get in the morning. I think I have an 8:30 flight out of Atlanta. It's a 2.5 hour flight. So I should be in by 11, so that means by 1:30, I will be able to be somewhere and set up. So we'll get the show rolling. We'll have some of our friends in town with us. Let's fucking go. I hope you guys, again, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you smash the like button all the way out of here. Make sure you're followed, subscribe, do all the things. If you are in this space, this is my new thing. Look to the person next to you. I don't give a fuck what side, the right or the left. Tap on their PFP, give them a follow, spread the love. That's Web3, baby. We'll see you on Monday. Or I will see you later this afternoon, too. Ciao.